Good morning, and thanks for tuning in to Chamber BizzBuzz. I'm Julie Pastrick, President and CEO of the Greater Flagstaff Chamber of Commerce. That means we serve the entire county of Coconino. Chamber BizzBuzz has been around for a long time. It is taking you behind the scenes of local and regional businesses, meeting some of the people that run and are instrumental in that business success. Today, we have Dr. Liam Bosch, who is a surgeon at, where do you work, Doc?
So I'll be joining Flagstaff Bone Joint.
Flagstaff Bone Joint. We're so happy to have you here today.
I'm happy to be here.
I'll let our listeners know first that your background as a fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeon brought you here, and you specialize in adult reconstructive surgery. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you schooled and why you chose that area of surgery, Dr. Bosch?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm an Arizona native. I grew up in Phoenix and went to high school in Ahwatukee at Mountain Point. I went to college at Arizona State University. I met my wife at ASU, went to medical school at University of Arizona, and then was lucky enough to be able to do my orthopedic surgical training at Stanford in California.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Not too far away, just enough, huh?
Exactly.
Aw.
It was a nice time. And after that, for the final year of fellowship training, I was in Boston at a program called New England Baptist, which is an older, strictly orthopedic hospital that has been around for a long time. It's a historic place to do total joint reconstruction training.
Well, we're really glad you chose Flagstaff, and I bet you are too, since the valley's a titch hot. We won't say any more about that. Love all you listeners everywhere, yes, but Flagstaff is the place to be. Well, Liam, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about how great the new facility is at Flagstaff Bone Joint. And as a surgeon, we know you want that technological advancement and the beauty of what that investment brings to your ability to carry out your trade. Can you talk a little bit about that and how big and how many docs and what it's like to do your work there?
Absolutely. So there is a wide range of orthopedic services that are offered at Flagstaff Bone Joint. I'll be the 9th physician joining the group, and the physicians cover everything from head to toe. And then in addition to physician services, there are also physical, occupational, and hand therapy services, X-ray, ultrasound. We are able to provide durable medical equipment. And so there's really a wide range of services that are offered. Also, our same-day access clinic where patients are able to come in even without an appointment and see an orthopedic provider, where it's sometimes hard to get those appointments in a timely manner.
Yes. And you really don't want to wait, because when it's your hips, your knees, it just kind of immobilizes you. You can't be athletic like you are. You can't do this or that. I've had a couple of knee things that have made me kind of frustrated. Luckily, they healed up. But let's talk about how you also use robotics for knee surgeries and your advanced procedures that are available right here in Flagstaff.
Sure, yeah.
I think that's important for our listeners to know.
Absolutely. So the robot is a very helpful tool. I specifically would use it for total knee replacements. And the way that it works, it's both a computer and a physical arm that helps with the surgery. You're able to use the computer to plan the surgery before you ever do any bone cuts. And then the robotic arm helps you make precise bone cuts. So the thing I think that's a misconception about the robot is that the surgeon is the one planning and performing the surgery, and the robot is just a tool to help us achieve essentially a perfect outcome every time. So it really allows you to do the balancing of the knee, which is making sure it's the appropriate tightness, both in flexion and extension, and knowing that it's going to be put in the right place before you even make any bone cuts.
I love that approach, and you must just be so skilled to be able to add that type of treatment accordingly. And I guess that when I think about Flagstaff Bone Joint and you being in Flagstaff instead of somewhere else, I want to ask you about something we hear sometimes, is that orthopedic surgeons sometimes choose Flagstaff because we're a ski town and we're over-the-top, aggressive outdoor enthusiasts. Now, I didn't say that, but do we kind of sort of fill your clinic a lot of the time?
Well, not exactly, because the type of surgery that I'm doing is not an acute injury. I'm seeing patients that have degenerative arthritis. And so these are conditions that have developed over a lifetime, and they're not necessarily any more concentrated here in Flagstaff. In fact, maybe there may even be more patients in Phoenix. So it's really not like that. I chose Flagstaff because I like the community. I am an outdoorsy person. I like the things that this town has to offer.
Sure. And who doesn't, I'll tell you. And did we mention enough the urgent care? I think you said some the same day, but I didn't know it was orthopedic urgent care, really. And so how does that work? Do you walk in? Do you call?
Right. You can do either, but it's same day access. So you can walk in and you can call and you can get an appointment that same day to be seen for really any orthopedic problems.
You know, we actually have got to go already. How can our listeners find out more information about Flagstaff Bone and Joint and about Dr. Liam Bosch as far as your specialties, and then maybe reach out? Because I'm sure there's a consultation in that meeting the individual and serving them with that philosophy of the whole person before you actually do what you do.
Absolutely. So I'm available for scheduling now. So you can either call the clinic or even make an appointment online. But the online website is flagstaffboneandjoint.com.
Mm-hmm. And could we just have you say a few words about what is the guiding philosophy that you use as you're treating patients?
Absolutely. So I believe that it's my goal to help patients make decisions that are correct for them. So my goal is to help them be informed about what's going on with their body, with the injury or the disease that they have. And once they understand what's going on, to present them with the options for treatment and let them make the decision of what's right for them based on having a full understanding. And so I'm there to educate and help guide, but I'd like the patient to make the decision that's right for them.
I think that's awesome because it is a big decision, and someone like you, Liam, who understands and you have that experience of others going through it, it's not something that you just jump right into. You've gotten to a point where you need some relief and you want to get back to your lifestyle. Isn't that sometimes what you hear and see?
Absolutely. Yeah, they say in orthopedics, we're saving lifestyles, not lives. So
I love that. What a great profession. Well, we have to go. Is there anything we forgot? And is there anything you want to sign off with for our listeners?
I don't think so. I think that's
good.
Everything. Yeah, I'm really happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to start seeing patients in Flagstaff and look forward to being here for a long time to come. So,
all right. Dr. Liam Bosch and Flagstaff Bone and Joint, thanks for spending time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen, for Flagstaff's Chamber BizzBuzz, which, like I said, takes you behind the scenes of what's going on in a business or the principles that are helping that business be successful and providing us a good quality of life. Give a call to Dr. Liam Bosch at Flagstaff Bone and Joint. This is Julie Pastrick, president of the Chamber, signing off for today. And thank you for tuning in. You've been listening to the Chamber BizzBuzz Show, brought to you by the Greater Flagstaff Chamber of Commerce. Today's show has been edited and produced by Clay McCausland with Great Circle Media. We'll see you next time on the radio.